And now, MTA International brings you the world news.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and welcome to MTA International special live coverage of the 2018 Majlis Khuddamul Ahmadiyya UK National Ijtema. Today is Saturday and the academics and sporting events are well underway. The purpose of the Ijtema is to bring Khuddam together from all around the country to enhance their spirituality and to bring about a sense of brotherhood. And in this respect, all the activities are geared for that, for their spiritual and physical development. Now, as I said, those activities are well underway today, but actually they all started yesterday in earnest, and that's when the competitions and the Ijtema program started. So let's first take a look at the highlights from the Ijtema's first day.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. We have reached the end of the first day of the National Khuddamul Ahmadiyya Ijtema 2018 happening here at the Country Market in the UK. The day started with the Friday sermon of our beloved Hazur Hazrat Khalifatul Masih al-Khamis Ayyadallah Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz. Us brothers came together and listened in congregation to the Friday sermon of our beloved Hazur, after which the first session started with Amir Sahib UK speaking about the dangers of the internet. After this, the academic and sport competition started. The academic competition were happening in the Ijtemaga and sport competition were happening at the sport field, which is also made in the Country Market. After this, our beloved Hazur, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih al-Khamis Ayyadallah Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz, arrived at the Ijtemaga and led the Maghrib and Isha prayer. The day went, alhamdulillah, really well. The most important thing which we remember today was that our beloved Hazur mentioned in his Friday sermon that to pray. He mentioned that Khuddam and all over Ahmadis all over the world should pray for this Ijtema due to the weather. But as soon as Hazur mentioned this, alhamdulillah, the weather at the Country Market improved suddenly, and alhamdulillah, as you can see, there is no wind or anything going on right now. Tomorrow we will come with new updates regarding the Ijtema which will be happening. Hazur will be doing the flag hosting, inshallah, and we will continue with the academic and sport competition.
So those were the highlights from yesterday, and as I said, today the events are well underway. I'm joined now by Hamid Chaudhry Saab, who's Mu'tamin Khuddam. Assalamu alaikum, Hamza.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Jazakallah for joining us. I know you must be very busy today, but can you just talk to us a little bit about yesterday? What were the highlights for you?
So yesterday, by the grace of Allah, our Ijtema for 2018 kick-started with Hazur's Friday sermon, which is delivered from Batul Futu, but relayed in the Ijtema arena here. So that was the main kick-off point for us. Then especially the words that Hazur graced us with in the Friday sermon, praying for our Ijtema as well, and immediately changing the weather. So that was a big highlight. Then after that we had the opening session, which was chaired by respected Amir Sahib. Again, he addressed on various social issues that Khuddam are facing these days. Then from there on, academic competitions started. Similarly, sports competition started, and various other activities that were planned during the Ijtema that started. But I would say the highlight of yesterday was Hazur Anwar's arrival at the Ijtema. Hazur graced us with his presence at Maghrib and Isha prayers, and he led the prayers here, and I think that was the main highlight for us yesterday.
It's not every year that Hazur spends all 3 days at the Ijtema, so what special feeling does that give for this year's event?
So I think being in the UK, we're blessed with Khilafat to be amongst us, and then Huzur taking that time out of his busy schedule, spending that time with the Khuddam here. And I think Khuddam, generally Khuddam across the country, they make that special effort to be present here, to pray behind Huzur Anwar, because Huzur makes that effort to lead the daily prayers here, and then Khuddam participate in those prayers. So that in itself creates buzz, which you can feel around when you're walking around, or when it's prayer time. Then that just lifts the whole atmosphere. Just Huzur's presence in itself just takes our Ijtema to a different level. Alhamdulillah.
And now looking at today, it's one of the biggest days in the 3 days. It has the most activities and events. Khuddam behind us, you can see, are just entering the Gah. What are the main events that you've planned for this year's Ijtema that they can be expected to see?
So this year, there are a lot of different features that we've introduced for the first time. So for example, this year we have an indoor sports marquee where a lot of, which is targeted on the youth. So from 16 to 21 years old, there are various activities happening in that sports marquee in which they can participate. Similarly, we have the hub, which has again different range of activities for Khuddam. Then obviously academics will take place in the Gah, where regional teams or individual people can also participate. Similarly, in the sports field, there are various different sports activities. And then apart from that, we have other features like bazaar, exhibition marquees. There is a Tabligh exhibition marquee as well this year, which is a new addition. So this year, as part of the ongoing activities that we have throughout the year, like sports and academics, but apart from that, we have introduced a few key features as well this year, which will help attract more Khuddam.
So as you said, it's going to attract Khuddam, and you can see behind us the Khuddam are entering the Ijtema site in full numbers. We're expecting thousands of Khuddam to attend this year's event. So when the Khuddam arrive on site, one of the first things that they have to do is register, and that's what we'll be looking at now, how the registration takes place for the Khuddam Ijtema.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Welcome to the National Khuddamul Ahmadiyya Ijtema 2018 at the Kingsley Country Market. I'm here at the scanning department with Samar Ahmed Ajmal Saab, who is the Nazim scanning. He will tell us about the importance of the scanning department and introduce us to this department.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. This is Samar Ajmal, as brother mentioned, and I am Nazim of Registration Marquee. The registration marquee is the very first marquee which Khuddam and Atfal enter when they come to Khuddamul Ahmadiyya Ijtema. And the marquee actually encompasses the registration and scanning aspect of the Ijtema. The Khuddam who have the AIMS card, they simply get the AIMS card scanned, and they go through a few security checks and then enter the Ijtema Gah. Those brothers who forget to bring their AIMS cards, we actually print a temporary card for them, which they scan and go through a few security checks, and then they enter the Ijtema Gah. प्यार की हर अदा बेगरज बेरिया दिल नशीं दिलरुबा.
So we had a look there at the registration that takes place when the Khuddam first enter. Now I'm joined by Samar Ajmal Saab, who's Nazim of registration. Samar Saab, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Jazakallah for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about how your team is prepared for the registration of all the Khuddam who attend?
Absolutely. This registration marquee is the very first marquee which Khuddam enter before they enter the Ijtema Gah. So we've tried to keep the marquee very close to the car park. And this year, alhamdulillah, our marquee is quite big, so we just want to give Khuddam a lot more space as soon as they enter. We provide them the information booklets so they know which are the events taking place today and for all 3 days. We also have some seating area if they are waiting for some family members or any other Khuddam to attend. And as soon as they enter the marquee, if they have brought their AIMS card, which is an official ID card, they can simply scan in, go through a few security checks, and they enter the Gah. if they forget to bring their IMS card, we have a temporary registration process where we issue them temporary passes, and they follow the scanning process and they exit. But at the same time, we also have other sections within the marquee. We have a small section for Atfal. So Atfal, we just want to group them in the relevant section. So we give them a color-coded handband. So whenever they are attending their events, they can easily go to their relevant areas and sections and participate accordingly. But we also have live feeds of the information desk, such as which are the programs happening right now. The Khuddam or Atfal or attendees can actually see what are the current programs which are happening, where are they happening, live feed for the weather, for travel forecasts, and etc.
So you really thought about every eventuality. Can you tell us a little bit about the numbers of people that you're expecting this year?
Ji. So Alhamdulillah, our attendance is usually between 65% on average from across UK. This year, the weather has been slightly not on our side, but we still expect to have a very good attendance. Fridays are usually the day when the program starts straight after the Jummah. But we are literally fully ready and equipped from Thursday onwards, and the whole site is ready. So we still expect to have 7,000 members and guests, etc., in total coming in at this Ijtema.
Jazakallah, thank you for your time. So we've sent some other MTA teams around the site at the Ijtema to bring you some of the scenes and highlights of what's been happening. So let's take another look at our next report.
Assalamualaikum guys, my name's Roman Basit. I'm a Jamia student, I'm a 4th year Jamia student. And welcome to the hub. Let's go inside, let's have a look what's going on. It's a place in the Ijtema where all the Khuddam, they can come in, they can chill with their friends, they can make new friends, and they can really have a good time over here. We've got a lot of indoor sports. I'll take you through, come follow me. So over here we've got an indoor football table. As you can see, guys are having a great time playing this. So yeah, it's really good. I mean, kids can come in, they can have a good time. Over here we've got a PS4. We've got 2 PS4s here, and guys can come here and they can play head-to-head with their friends. So I think it's really good. There's a lot of guys that come to the Ijtema, they don't really take part in academics or sports. So it's good to know that you have a place where you can come in and you can really play with your friends and have a good time. This right here, this is the thing that most people come for. This is our punching bag. And we have these in a lot of arcades anyway, so you can come in with your friends and take goes at this. So guys, next up we have 100% the most popular thing at the hub this Ijtema, and that is the Hub Cafe.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. I'm Shmail Ahmed and I'm a 4th year Jamia student, and today I'm helping out at the hub for the Hub Cafe. As you can see, we got our donuts from Krispy Kreme, we got 2 options for milkshakes, we got the Kit Kat option and we got the Oreo option. We're also selling cheesecakes. So the Hub Shakes we introduced last year, and it was an immense success. So we thought to bring it back, and we hope this year's is more of a success than last year. We hope that people come in, enjoy a shake, take a donut or whatnot, and enjoy the rest of the hub.
And finally, this is my personal favourite part of the hub. This is the allegations corner. Now the allegations corner, as you can see, there's a discussion going on right here. And what's going on is that people come and they ask a lot of common misconceptions, and we have a murabbi sitting here and we get them removed. For example, like halal and haram, I mean the issues surrounding this topic. So what can we eat, what can't we eat? Then we have homosexuality, we're discussing this as well. So this is a really big part of the hub, and definitely I think everyone should come and check this out. If you have any misconceptions, come and get them removed.
So those were some of the activities that have been taking place around the site at this year's Ijtema. Stay tuned throughout the day on MTA International, because we'll be bringing you a number of reports throughout the day to show you some of the updates that are taking place. As we mentioned in the interviews, the highlights of this year's event is the presence of Hazrat Khuddamul Masih al-Khamis, the head of the worldwide Ahmadiyya Muslim community, will be gracing us with his presence. Inshallah, we'll have coverage of the sporting activities, the academics, and the exhibitions and other events that are taking place throughout the site. Our next update will be at 13:45 GMT, so do stay tuned for that. But until then, for myself and the rest of the team here, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.